everybody. Hello children of Newark. So here I am, sat in our lovely library, surrounded by our new books, and I've got no children to share it with. So I thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to make a video and show you a couple of the books that I really love. So here we go. The first one I'm going to show you is A Year of Nature Poems. And it's such a beautiful book. I don't know whether Mrs. Sawyer can zoom in. For every month, there is a beautiful picture. Can you see this is March? We've got butterflies and rabbits and daffodils. I wonder how many of you have been outside and seen the beautiful daffodils and some of the butterflies and the rabbits. And to go with the picture, there's a lovely poem. The humble daffodil comes in many forms. There are 12 types to be exact, each with their own unique style. I wonder how many of you can find all the different types of daffodil for me. Anyway, if we turn over the page, we're looking forward next week to April. Look, it's a lovely cat looking out over his balcony, looking at some lovely pots with flowers. Do you know what I thought? I thought it'd be a lovely idea if some of you could write a beautiful description about what they see when they're going outside when you're going outside for your exercise and your walks, and maybe decorate it beautifully. And we could make our own lovely book of nature poems. So that's one idea. Now then, those of you that know me well know that I love history. And because of that, I bought this fantastic book called Timelines of Everything. And what it does is it chooses topics. So lots of different topics in this book. And it shows you the history of each topic through a timeline. So this one is the technology of writing. And you can see that the timeline is like a lovely piece of ink all the way through. And it starts off with clay tablets and it finishes up with printers. Another one, this is really beautiful. This is the story of dance. And you can see we've got pictures of people dancing their way through history, all the different dances. And finally, let's see if we can get it. We've got a timeline of the history of cars. And can you see the timeline's a road? And the cars through history are driving along the road. And it got me thinking, because timelines are really crucial parts of history for historians, because it means that they can place things in order. It's called chronology, and some of you will have come across that word in your own history lessons. And I wondered, another activity you could do would be to choose something you're really interested in. So some of you might be interested in football clubs, for example, Brighton and Hove Albion. And you could do a timeline of Brighton and Hove Albion. And you could decorate it with goals and goalposts and little footballers. Or you might be interested in another type of sport, and you could do a timeline of that sport. You could do a timeline of the Olympics. You could do a timeline of, help me out Mrs. Sawyer, some type of hobby that you wanted. So for example, you could do a timeline of art. If you loved art, you could look at art all the way through history. You could have a really good think and come up with something brilliant, and then create a timeline, and we could do our own books with them. So there we go. Now I know that a lot of you have been working really hard, and I'm really proud of you for doing that. And sometimes it's quite difficult to keep your concentration going when you're at home and there's so many other distractions and you're not in your classroom. But please carry on, try your best. If you want to send anything in to us, we'll be really happy to receive it and have a look at it. And I know your teachers are continuing to put activities up on the website. So anyway, Newark, goodbye, happy Easter, don't eat too much chocolate.